UK R&D tax relief. Are you up to speed on restrictions to R&D expenditure overseas? In this video we look at the key points to be aware of when using workers or contractors based overseas. The restrictions apply for all accounting periods starting on or after the 1st of April 2024. They relate to both contracted out R&D and the hiring of externally provided workers through a staff provider or controller. Now let's look at the restrictions in regard to workers not based in the UK. The gateway test is: the employee is subject to UK pay-as-you-earn and Class 1 national insurance contributions. If a member of staff passes the gateway test, then all related payroll costs on R&D will qualify, including if travel abroad is required for R&D purposes. If you are using staff hired through a staff provider, normally referred to as externally provided workers, or EPWs, you must exclude expenditure on non-UK employees. Where only some of your EPWs are UK-based, only the portion of expenditure and related staff provider overheads paid in respect to the UK staff will qualify as R&D expenditure. This means you need to ask your staff provider if any of the EPWs working on your R&D are based abroad. Now let's look at the restrictions on contracting out your R&D. Key points for contracting out your R&D, where exceptions do not apply, are that to qualify for relief, R&D activities must be undertaken in the UK. R&D is deemed to be undertaken in the UK if the activities, which are part of the R&D project, actually take place in the UK. Where only some of the contractor activity takes place in the UK, the expenditure will need to be apportioned to include only the UK portion. There is no restriction on including expenditure on other factors, such as R&D consumables or software being purchased from abroad or used abroad. Now let's look at what the exceptions are. Overseas expenditure on contracted out R&D and on payments for EPWs who are not subject to UK PAYE and NIC may still qualify for relief if three circumstances are all met. The first circumstance is that conditions necessary for the R&D are not present in the UK. The second is that the conditions are present in the location where the R&D is undertaken. The third is that it would be wholly unreasonable for the company to replicate the conditions in the UK. Please be aware that the UK government has pushed forward on applying these restrictions, even though related guidance is still only in draft form. How does HMRC advise you to deal with this? Well, it advises that no one should take irreversible actions based on this draft guidance. What we have just given you is a high-level summary of the draft guidance. For a full understanding of the guidance and how it impacts on your R&D claims, you need to read it. There is a link below this video. Or get in touch if some professional help may be useful.